Hello. Welcome everyone to the Q&A video that I promised like 3 weeks ago or something. Sorry it took a while. I was busy playing Minecraft and Sky and Outer Wilds. Good games, by the way. Anyway, that's enough for the intro, I think. Let's jump into the questions, because that's what you came here for. Question number 1 from our QnA friend, Madden. Does it grip? Starting off strong here with this one. Yes it does. It does grip. This feels awkward now that we've done 2 heatsink dubs. But yes, it does. It really does. Next question from Katoto. Is it hard to dub and voiceover? Do you record the lines like a limbillion times sometimes? It's not really that hard to make dubs. All you gotta do is really just record, make sure the recording quality is nice as you can get. Then after that it's straight to editing. I do struggle though sometimes on long lines, like a whole paragraph of lines. I often have to redo them often because I stumble on the words, or I lose the character's voice halfway, or I just stutter, stuff like that. This is actually why sometimes you notice I do really short dubs on the channel. They're fun and short and compact, and I don't tend to mess up as much, so it's nice. So yeah. Second question, what opinions of soloing Limbus Company with any ID but mostly Manager Don, solo, Lobotomy, or Ruina? I have to be honest with you, I don't do soloing that often. I simply down with the skill issue, but for Limbus, I tend to run duos. I run Zoimail and Enclair. Zoimail is really good because she can tank all the damage, catch aggro. Enclair is, you know Enclair, really strong unit overall. This really works well for my like daily threat excavations. I use them for that, which is very nice. For Manager Dawn though, no comment. She's strongest when combined together with the other Blood Fiend IDs. So yeah, no comment on soloing Lobotomy and Ruina as well. I struggle with them already. Next one, last question. What about those gameplays for Frostpunk before? Are you gonna continue them one day? That's a really good question. For the uninitiated, back in the year like 2021 or something like that, long ago, I used to be a VTuber. I say used to because I'm not really anymore, even though I have like, this OC. Also under the name of Archie. I did a Frostpunk playthrough back then. Nothing special. They were really bad, but I was testing the waters. You know how it is. For a playthrough itself though, it's already finished. I finished the game. It's on the channel. However, the last video, the video file for it got corrupted, so like no footage was saved, which is really sad because I really wanted to at least finish that. But yeah, I don't know if I'll do gameplay videos again in the future. Closest to them would be maybe like live stream clips or highlights if we ever get there, but we'll see. Thanks for the question. Alright, next question comes from the Third Sinner, also known as Don. Hi Don. Which abnormality that isn't the butthole tears would you eat? I think I would attempt to at least eat most of them at least once. The whale, gone, eaten. Snow White's apple, consumed. The bird trio? Okay, maybe not that one. But I think if I were to eat one of them, it'd be the whale cheers. I really like shrimp. You could fry them, roast them, deep fry them, boil them, smoke them. You can do like a lot of things to shrimp. They're really good. Besides, you also get like you get a refreshing drink with them. So like, next one from Gomu Gomu. How often do you take enkephalin? All the time. I love my green juice energy drink. Yummers. I consume like 12 boxes a day. Yummy. Really good. Thanks for the question. Alright, next question. Lightning round from Dan the First. Who inspired you? Whole dubbing thing was inspired by Wordsmith Tumblr voiceovers. Where would you be if YouTube didn't work out? This image. Who is your favorite sinner and who's your least favorite sinner? I love my Lorbo, Isang. I love him so much. I hate none of them. They're all my Blorbos. What's your favorite video you've worked on? Hard to say, but I think it's this one or this one. It's really fun to make. Do you have any pets? Yes, here they are. There's Ote, Gopi, and UP. These are their friends as well. They're strays, but they show up sometimes. It's cool. Does the bird guy that I use as profile picture have a name? Yes, it's Archie. It's just Archie. We're all Archies. We're the same guy. We're Archies. Lastly, do you praise our Lord, Savior, Master again? On God above, we do. We pray to him. Amen. Javi 2020 and Sinkmerso asked, when did I start to voice act, and what made you start doing these voice acting videos? I started to voice act mostly as a joke. You may recognize one of our earliest videos. This one, I forgot the name, but it's with Little Timmy. It was a spur of the moment thing. I don't even know how to edit at the time or about sound getting, anything like that really. Anything you have to do with production and like recording and editing and recording audio, anything like that. I don't even know. It's really just been one step at a time, you know how it is. I think my mic was put on backwards at the time. I don't know. It was really bad. As for what made me start, I briefly mentioned earlier at Dan's question. I mentioned Wordsmith. Their YouTube short series of Dying Project Moon characters over Tumblr threads really killed me at the time, and I really loved them. That made me want to at least try to do it, because they're really simple, they're really fun. I enjoy them. Also, at the time when I started, I was inspired by other English VAs with like gacha games, such as Amelie or Sayu. I was really into Honkai Star Rail back then. They're cool. I like them. But yeah, I hope that answered your question. Thanks for the question as well. Next question from Punny Person. What are your favorite IDs, design-wise or gameplay-wise, and which is your favorite? My favorite ID design, I say it has to be the Deviat Association. Yeah, those. Ruina and Sinclair. They look so snug and comfy, and like I love their design so much. It helps that I love the cold personally, so you have that. They remind me of penguins too, and they're very snug, and I love them. They're very comfy. I like them. Gameplay-wise, I don't know. I don't have the Deviat ID, so I don't know about those ones. But I really like Zweimail's kid. I explained a little bit previously. Zoltar and not repeated, but yeah, it's very versatile. I don't know how they allow Zweimail to tank so much damage, but also deal so much damage with her S3. She can really solo. If there's a character that I think could solo most encounters, it'd be Zweimail. It's really good. As for my favorite ID, I don't really have one. I have multiple favorite IDs for different builds. For example, like Manager Dawn for Bleed, Regret Faust for Tremor, maybe Zweimail for Tremor, I'm not sure, but I like those two. Magical Oaths for Burn, because I mean, who else, am I right? Seventh Association Faust for Rupture, Wild Hunt Sinking, the Corp Yoshi for Charge. One of these days I'll do a tier list with friends, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for the question. Next one from Redstone Wraith asks, favorite abnormality thematically? Well, dear viewer, I don't know if you've noticed this, but as a burb myself, I kin with the burb trio. I really like them. Obviously, it's because they parallel the head of the city, the whole universe is basically set in it, so makes sense. Minus the outskirts, obviously. Yeah, other than that though, I really like the theme of Little Red Riding Hood. The Little Red Riding Hood mercenary and the big bad wolf. The big and will be bad wolf, I think that's what it's called, I forgot. Mainly for how it's used in Ruina. Spoiler warning. And how it parallels the big fight between Gebra and Tanya, and the reverberation fight, which is really nice, very cool, I like that. Yeah, thanks for asking. Alright, next question from Mamori. If you could take an Abno ego IRL, what would you pick? I'm going to assume you mean their ego suit and weapons from Corp. First off, I don't know, but if you mean like the ones we see in Limbus, that's a different answer. For the ego suit and weapons, I picked the silent orchestras because it just looks cool. It looks professional. This white suit, it's very clean, it's very slick. I like it. And also a giant scythe, very cool. I would love that. But if you mean like the weapon, not the weapon, sorry. If you mean like the attack from Limbus, I'd get the blubberous wailing ego from Hong Lu because I get to. Alright, this next one's from our friend, Call Me Banana. Awesome vids, by the way, you should check them out, I really like their stuff. They asked, what's your favorite type of ice cream? That's a tough one. I really love eating food. I love ice cream. I really like anything berry flavored. I think strawberry, cranberries, blueberries, all of them I really enjoy. Especially strawberries, actually. I enjoy like that sour, sweet and sour taste, you know? Yeah. It's very good. I like that kind of taste. Of course, fan favorite, I love cookies and cream. Who doesn't? But yeah. Thanks for the question, Banana. Moving on, this next question is by Kono Jotaro. I hope I got that right, but oh well. Sorry if I didn't. What is your opinion on burn? I think burn is a good status effect. It's viable in Mirror Dungeon, and you can get to the end of it as well. Especially with Glimpse of Flame, you can just like one cycle most bosses if you can get your burn stacks up, which is really fun to do. But I do think it's definitely outdated, with the majority of burn ID units even available from like first 6 months of release. The last burn ID we got was Philip Clare, and that's it. Other than that, your only options for burn is Philip Clare, Magic Bullet Otis, and like the Liu Association. We don't have much other than that. I mean, of course you have burn from Enclair, but you don't use Enclair for burn. You use Philip Clare if you want burn stacks. But yeah, I think it needs new IDs to breathe new life into it. But I believe Ryoshi Kanto, I believe in it. Soon, my friends. Just wait a little bit more. But yeah, thanks for the question. Moving on. Rika asked, if you could have any other monster from any franchise or as an abnormality in Lob Corp, what would it be? I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm a pretty big fan of Hollow Knight. There's some bosses I'd love to be in it, such as the Radiance and Nosk, but there's already pretty clear parallels to them in Lob Corp. But I'd love for Umu to be included, my favorite jellyfish. Besides, Charge. It's basically Charge. So yeah, thanks for the question. The Speckled Horseman asked, would you win in a fight against Oswald? No powers allowed whatsoever, just a 1v1 fight. Yeah, buddy, I'm not falling for that one. I'm not doing some clown v clown shenanigans. I'll let Tipperet deal with it. She'll be fine. But yeah. The Dead Dung asks, what monster do you want to see as an ego? Not limited to the PM universe, could be from a book, a game, or any form of media. In the PM verse, I definitely want to see how they handle Apocalypse Bird in Limbus, considering you need 3 of the other birds for it to work. I'm very excited to see how they'll do it. I figure that, I think it'll be similar to how the Blood Fiends work, with the Blood Fiend trio plus Sancho. So we'll see. Truly asks, if you were to give Charon a weapon for stationary bus defense, would you give them a cannon, a head chicken, or what would you give them? I would give her this. I hope that answers your question. Infinite Power asks, what do you think of LobCorp, the game, and would you work in it? I think the game is quite fun. It can be frustrating at times. Many times actually, but it's good fun. I enjoyed it. It was fun when it's not stressful. It was PM's first game. It only shows its age a little bit, but I wouldn't say it's a bad game. I enjoy it. I still haven't finished it yet, though. Maybe I'll finish it next year, and yeah, sure, I'll work in it. Why not? If it has good benefits and pays good, so like, yeah, I'd do it. Why not? Thanks for the question. Grindy Vine asks, where did the dub decision come from? Did you guys just saw a random comic strip and say, let's dub it, or is there any other motivations? And how do you deal with VAs? Is it always the same cast, or will there be variety? Okay, basically for our VAs, right? We try to distribute it to our friends. If we think they can voice a character, or if they have a preferred character they want to voice, we'll give them the lines. It also depends on availability. Some people might be busy at the time, so we give it to whoever is available. And for choosing our comics, yeah, we just see something nice or cute or funny and we go with it. We ask the creator, the artist, or translator, like, hey, we really like your comic. or this comic, do you mind if we dub it? We'll credit you, of course. If you've been on my Twitter and checked the replies, you definitely see that I do that a lot. And yeah, sometimes they respond, they give us permission. Sweet, we're gonna dub it. We'll post it here eventually when it gets done. And yeah, thanks for the question. Next question from I Don't Know Alcohol, which I think is just Necha on a different account. I see you. Asks, who would you want to marry out of the 12 sinners? Or maybe any Limbus character? That's a tough question. A lot of sinners have their ups and downs as potential bachelors and bachelorettes, obviously, as with anyone. Out of the girls, because I like women, I think I'd go for Don Quixote, I think? Think about it, alright? She's such a yapper. Your days would never be empty. You spend so much time with her on adventures, cooking pasta, and defeating injustice, putting out the fire from cooking pasta. Post count of 7, you know she can hold it back a little bit when needed for those more serious moments. So, like, I think she's very caring. She's a little clingy maybe, but like, if you're into that, you're into that. Like, yeah, I think Don Quixote would be a good choice. Next question, in festivity, sorry for that, asks, do you ever plan to become one of the wings in the city? Honestly, sure, I'd love to. I'll give it my best shot. I'll do my best, I promise you. Please, let me have a wing. Thanks for the question. Willjar asks, who is your favorite Sephirah? Lots of good choices. It's between Bina, I think. Bina and Hod, I think. I like Hod because she's very comfy and tender and can care down other employees. She cares for people, she wants the best for people, she listens to them and their troubles, and she just hears you out and very caring, and she's very sweet. She's such a cinnamon roll. We love her. I like Bina because thanks for asking. The next question, El Granry asks, I'm sorry if I got that wrong, who is your favorite sinner? I don't know if you've noticed this in who I voice a lot in my videos, but I love Yisang. But I really love all of them. It's hard to pick a favorite, but I pick Yisang because I can voice him, I think. I think I voice him okay. So I just gotta spend more time with him because of that, But yeah, I love Yisang. Yisang's good, but I love all of them. Enzo asks, do you like tea? If you do, what type of tea? Also distort. I do like tea. I have one very specific type of tea that I like. I like boba milk tea. Also, Chesed asks, do you like coffee? But anyway, what is your favorite Project Moon game? I don't like coffee. It scares me. I don't know if you've heard those tales, like people who drank coffee and they just drink like 5 cups a day. I'm terrified of coffee. I don't want to drink it. I drink it sometimes, but not often. I'm scared. For my favorite Project Moon game, I like Ruina a lot. The fact that it's a complete story definitely helps. But Limbus definitely has affected my life more than Ruina. But it's still ongoing, so we'll see how it goes later on. But yeah, thanks for the question. Ashireko Tatsumi asks, what other games do you play besides Limbus? First off, hi Tatsumi, hello, thanks for supporting the channel and always being here. I see you and I appreciate you, thank you. But to answer your question, it depends on what I'm feeling at the moment. Currently I'm not playing any other gacha games, but I am currently going through Sky Children of the Light with friends. I played Outer Wilds recently, which is nice. As of recording this, the Steam's winter Steam sale is still ongoing, so I might pick up something, but we'll see. Currently I am also playing Minecraft, modded Minecraft, so I might be playing that as well. Yeah, thanks for asking. Lazy asks, how do you voice with such quality? Well, first off, thank you. You make me blush. Secondly, A decent mic helps a ton for recording. Most people recommend a Blue Yeti, I think. I personally use a 2022 Audio Technica condenser microphone, so in case you're wondering, that's what I use. Other than that, depending on what recording software you use also helps. I use Audacity, and then I also soundgate it to get rid of the little crunchy noises in between the voices. So I think that's really handy. But yeah, that's what I do. I hope that answers your question, Lazy. Thanks for asking. Slungus Prime asks, if you were a distortion or an abnormality, what would you be? Pressed asks, who is your favorite PM content creator and what got you into Project Moon? My favorite PM content creator probably Ismi Maslow. They and I do pretty similar content. We help each other out sometimes, we talk sometimes. It's pretty neat, it's fun. Ismi's pretty chill as well. If you don't know them, please check them out. They release videos every now and then. I like their stuff as well. Honorable mentions go to RBC Shio and Wellfader for their short-form content. I don't know if you've noticed, but I like my videos short and funny. Their videos fit in their criteria. Well, not very much for Wellfaders. They do long videos as well, which is fine. I don't tend to watch long Project Moon videos though. Oh, there's another one. I just remembered. I really like Polarisu. I hope I'm saying that. I hope I'm saying these names right. I'm so sorry. I like Polarisu's playthrough of Project Moon, not Project Moon, Limbus. They're also going through Ruina. I don't know if they've finished that or not. I haven't checked in a bit, but I really enjoyed it. If you don't know them, please check them out. They're swell. Yeah. As for what got me into Project Moon itself, weird story. I don't think a lot of people would expect this. I remember a couple years back, like before Lobotomy Corp even released officially, like 1.0, I remember Jacksepticeye played Lob Corp when it was still in beta. And I just remembered it one day and like decided to stream it when I was still a VTuber. Then I picked up Limbus and then Ruina, and here we are. So yeah, Jacksepticeye got me into Project Moon. Ta-da! Surprise! Oops, that's my water bottle. Thanks for asking. That one employee asked, which Sephirah do you want to hug? There's a few of them, alright? I think Hod, Malkuth, Tipperth, and Nietzsche needs a really good hug, and I would love to hug them and tell them it's gonna be okay. Thanks for asking. Chahin, I hope one of those two are right. Is it weird that I have an unhealthy love for Sinclair and consider him my baby? He's actually older than me, but it's okay. Nope, it's not weird, it just means you're the mother of the group. Ask your friends, you should ask your friends. Yeah, thanks for asking. A bowl of tomato soup asks, do you like your cheese dripping? I like it a little droopy, actually, but it's quite alright. You know, I like both. It's okay. Not the Black Silence asks, can you revive my deceased wife? Not here, not in this timeline. I don't have the power to do that, buddy. I'm sorry. Better luck next time, you know, better luck next time. Yumi Ren VA asks, do you want to play the song for people together? Smiley face. Yeah, I do. I don't see why not. I like playing the song for our people together. Side note, this is one of our VA friends. They voiced the clerk in the Don Sancho video. Also watch that if you haven't, please. Haha, it's a good video, I swear. Hehe. Next question from Peachy Shork asks, is your ass fat? To all the viewers out there, yes it is. It's massive, it's huge, it's humongous, it's belligerent how big it is. You cannot believe it. That's why I only ask my artist friends to only draw me bust up, because there is no way that their canvas could fit the proportions of my ass on screen. You cannot believe how massive it is, okay? Anyway, so yeah. I hope that answers your question. Side note, Peachy is one of our Don VAs, so everyone say hi to Peachy. They voiced Don a couple of times. They also voiced Sancho a couple of times, or Izmi. I don't think they voiced Sancho for me yet, but we'll see to it. You might recognize their voice from the water. Dasper White asks, if you're stuck in a fight with other Limbus content creators, would you lose? Well, that depends on who I pick a fight with. I'm a very anxious and shy person, so I think if other content creators were given the chance to beat me up with no repercussions, I'd lose and get beaten up really badly. But I'd still love to try. Like I started, pit me up against Sunil or Esku or Wellfader or Tonrep or anyone like that, and I assure you, you will watch me get beaten up by them in 4K. I will be dying on the floor, bleeding, black, blue, red, and yellow. Thanks for the question though. Just another guy with a mustache asks, number 1 ship? It was Heatmail for the longest time. I think post Canto 5 re-solidified that for me. I always liked their dynamic, even slightly before Canto 5, because they're always bickering with each other. So that's always nice. Both driven by anger. One asks questions first, the other punches first. Both lost their partners. Great angst material, if you get me, if you know what I mean. But recently it kind of shifted a bit, honestly. I like Faosang. I like Cliff. I dabble on Heatsang a bit here and there. I also appreciate canon ships, obviously. Ishmael and Quequeg. Heathcliff and Kathy, obviously, definitely. Rio Claire, I do that sometimes. Teehee. I like Mirror Dawn a bit. Dawn Claire is also pretty good. And of course, Rodion and Gregor, I like them as well. Really good dynamics. But yeah, that's in Limbus. I also like the other ships in the other 2 games as well, like Gebset or Angela, stuff like that. I really like that. I think it's very cute. I like ships. I don't really have number 1 ship right now. I like all of them. They're all very cute and I love all of them. Side note, I don't really care about putting a number 1 ship either, because that's just gonna cause problems down the line, Especially if you take it too seriously, which I know some of you do. It's okay, you're still welcome here. But I think you should tone it down if you do. It's fine. It's not fine. You should just have fun with it. Have fun with it. I don't really care about who's getting shipped as long as it's good quality and if it makes sense. Yeah, you get bonus points for that. If it makes sense, as in if they've interacted once, or if they have similar dynamics, they have some sort of parallel. I think these two would go together nice. If it makes sense like that, then yeah, I see it. I can see it. Armchair Lunatic asks, where are you gonna erase all... Devious Grog asks, who is the best girl in all of PM? Mio. I really like Mio. She can have all the carrot and carrot cake she wants. She is hungry and she wants carrot. And yeah, have some carrot cake. Don Quixote asks, will you gallop on with me? Sure buddy, why not? I'll gallop on with you. Duck asks, and side note, this is a fan who designed Archie's design, so big shout out to Duck. Everything you see here, that's because of him, or her, I don't know actually. It's because of them, so say thank you. Big shout out to Duck, we love them. Anyway, on to the question. If you run out of PM stuff to voice, what content are you gonna do? Well, I don't think I'll be running out of any PM content stuff anytime soon, seeing as how they plan to keep Limbus running for another 10 years or something like that. As long as there is a fandom, I think I'll be fine. And by the time PM potentially run out of content, I'm hoping that I will be a much better voice actor than I am now, so I can make this my job. That's the dream, which I think would be neat, but I suppose time will tell on that. But yeah, we'll see. I think I'm good for now. Thanks for the question, Duck. Everyone say bye to Duck. Bye, Duck. Thank you again for the design. Alright, next question. Thing asks, side note again, this is a translator buddy of mine. We met once. But they're the one who translated this Don Sancho comic that we did on the channel. So you have them to thank for that one. Massive shout out to them, really. They asked, is the process behind the videos expensive, both in time and money? Do you hire VAs or do you have connections? Okay, this one's a long one. Well, the process for my videos, right? They're not expensive at all. Because the process of making them, I don't spend anything other than time. Don't think of me as some high production budget VA with a recording booth or like that. No. I'm just a guy sitting down in his room, lights off, microphone in front of him, with the script or like the lines in front of me and like Audacity on the side, and I just record. I make sure the environment is quiet, and then yeah, if it's good, it's good. For the shorter comics, I could do them in about 2-3 hours. That's from start to finish. But for longer ones, depending on how long, it could take days. The first thing I do, I cut the comic itself. I call it cutting the comic. I don't think that's what its official name is or whatever, but that's what I call it. I cut up the text, I crop the characters out of the scene, I separate each component of a scene into separate layers. So you see, if you watch my videos, you'll see that text just, the lines pop up from the bottom. It's separate from the comic itself. That's what I do. It doesn't take that long usually, but it takes a while. It could take a while, depending on how complex the scene is or how difficult it is to separate the components. If it makes sense. For example, if like the text is really close to the border of a comic, or one thing I really hate, side note, I really hate when artists make a gradient or make it fuzzy behind the text, because I'm gonna need to crop that and I'm gonna need to cover that like absence with something, but I need to fill it with something that's not too weird, like it doesn't fit the screen. I need it to, you know, blend in smoothly with the textless version, which can be a little difficult, but it's fine. I figure things out, you know. There has been a couple of times where I asked help from the artists themselves. There's been 2 occasions, one from Cursed XWT. I'm saying that wrong, sorry. The other times with Citronique, I think. They were, you know, wonderful lads to work with. I enjoy working with them. But yeah, after that, after cutting up the comic, I press record. I record my lines, which is probably like the shortest part of the process. How long really depends on the length of the comic. You know, I do multiple takes to see which one I like in editing, and then like I'll choose that one. After that, of course, is the editing time, which is like, it takes forever. I edit in my editing software, where I move the parts of videos, I add sound effects, music, adjust volume, give extra effects into the lines, all the moving stuff you see, that's in editing. That takes the longest time. I play with it. I play with the video until I'm satisfied from page to page, and yeah, it takes so long depending on how on the scale. Yeah. For VAs, I mentioned it briefly before. It is connections, yes. We're all a bunch of friends doing this for fun. We voice stuff for each other when needed. It's pretty cool. It's Beam! It's Beam! Here's a couple of them on screen right now. I love all of you guys. Thank you so much. Please, you're all my Blorbos and Blorbos and Lorbos. I would kill for all of you separately. Please be my friends. I'm so lonely. Okay, no. But yeah, thank you. Please thank all of them. They're wonderful. And yeah, the Archie channel, the Archie Bird channel would not exist were it not for these guys. They've been such a huge help. Thanks for the question. Alright, I think that's the last of the questions. Thank you so much for everyone who submitted questions. It's been really fun to answer your questions. How many times can I say questions? I don't know. I'm really sorry if I missed yours. This has been quite the fun year for me, and I cannot wait to see what 2025 has in store for us all. All the support I've received has been beyond my expectations as well. I cannot thank all of you enough, really, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Sorry if I sound this genuine. I just don't know how to. I don't know how to convey it. Really, thank you. I can't be. I am trying to do my best to show my gratitude. Really. Yeah. Anyway, here from the Archieverse channel, I'd like to say happy holidays and happy new year to all of you. You've all been wonderful, and I really cannot wait to see what happens next. Anyway, I've been Archie, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.